Okay, so I've been reading this book, 101 Essays That'll Change the Way You Think. And right now I'm on some quotes. And if you follow my journey, I love reading quotes because they're not like a lot of reading and you get a little pack for your punch. Do you know why you don't have the things you once thought you wanted? Because you don't want them anymore. Not badly enough. Huh. That can make sense, I guess. It's likely that you're between realizing you don't want what you once did and giving yourself permission to want what you want now. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Give yourself permission to want what you want now. I keep saying the same thing, and I mean, I'm trying to give myself permission. I want to know how to read, so I can give myself permission to know how to read. Then, all right, I gave myself permission. You a reader now. permission and granted. All right, number 12. I'm a reader now. I just gotta get this whole thing where I can use it. One of the worst things now, I can read and can't really use it that well. You know, you can't go get a job that pays you enough money to live, you know, on a beach somewhere and happy and, you know, smiling off into the water. I don't know if anybody can really do that. But when you can read, you can get a job like that. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, kids out there, when you can read, you got options. When you ain't reading, you ain't got no options. You know, you kind of just got to stick with what you get. You know? Yeah, that's not fun. Number 12. If you want to change your life, stop thinking about how you feel lost and start coming up with actions you can take that move you in a direction, any direction that's positive. It's a lot harder to think your way into a new way of acting than it is to act your way into a new way of thinking. Well, it's like reading right now. Act like you a reader and you become a reader. That's what I kind of figured with this whole thing. 13. Nobody's life is as good as it looks online. Ain't that right? I mean, I don't even put my life out there like it's all good. I put the real out. The good part. I don't even know people see the good part because I be putting too much real out. I need to put this part out. Nobody cares about your social media presence as much as you do. No, that's true. We're all hard on ourselves with social media. I'm on the camera right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this because I'm so hard on myself. I'm like, they ain't gonna like this. This is just dumb. They're just reading books and nobody care about that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I do. So let's read. That's all you can do. Social media has uniquely and distinctly made us ever more concerned with the next big goal. If you feel like you don't know where your life is going, it's likely because you don't know what you want your next big impressive goal to be. Okay, I can see that. 16. You don't need to accomplish anything to be a worthwhile human being. Very few people are actually meant to be extraordinary. That does not mean you cannot know contentment, love, joy, and all the real wonders of life. Man, that's true. Your life is only ever as good as your perception of it is. Feeling lost or like you don't know what you're doing is only solved by learning to think about things differently. That's all. So you know what the best part about reading now? This information is there for me. It's obtainable. I can go and get it now. I couldn't read this stuff before. It was just like, didn't make sense. It was like reading another language or something. Like, just no purpose for it. Now I'm like, it's like filling up the gas tank. You know what I mean? We need some gas. Let's go. And you get some reading in. That's the gas. Stop asking, what am I doing with my life? And start asking, what am I doing with today? This is dope. This is like good affirmation and stuff. Like, and I love quotes and stuff. So this is cool. This is good to put in your mind. Because you got to remember this stuff. You forget about this stuff. And then you're done. See? The art of awareness, or how to not completely hate yourself. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Because there might be some people that hate themselves and might need to know some things. I don't hate myself, but I can see myself getting into places where you feel like the words match how you feel. And that can be confusing. You know, don't hate yourself. No. And I'm hoping that's what this says. All hatred is self-hatred, and everything is feedback. I really hope you remember those two tiny sentences every time your chest is pretzeled up and you feel hopeless and as though you're spiraling into a bottomless bucket of crap. Everything is a reflection of you, because all anything can ever be is what you take from it, and all you can ever take from it, and all you ever will ever take from it is what you are aware enough to perceive. Ooh, that's a jangle with the words a little bit. The expanse of your experience is directly in line with your consciousness. Nothing is as it is. It is as you are. That's a play on an Ananias Nin quote. I don't know how to read that name. I don't know. Unless you are there to touch and smell and see a flower, it is nothing but a random matter vibrating in a void. Your recognition gives it its beauty and its presence. You are not in the world is in you. And though that sounds like another abstract platitude, it is not. It is reflective of a greater, deeper, truer truth. And in these tiny moments of recognition, of awareness, we find that what we immediately perceive is not all there is, and that anything that feels dense and heavy and wrong and negative is not a matter of what's going on outside, but what we're not healing and changing inside. Awareness is the antidote to solving so many seemingly unsolvable problems. Just the simple knowing that your egocentric mind is deriving other people's actions. What the freak does that mean? And assuming other people's thoughts to torture you is enough to silence it. The art of learning to be an unassigning good and bad. I don't know what that word is. And right and wrong to what you feel and what you see and what other people show you. After all, even the heaviest, darkest things ultimately serve you and open you to a truth you wouldn't have considered before. And had you not been put in a context to see it. Here are all the things to consider and reflect on and read over and over. Read over again when you're feeling practically terrible. It was requested numerous times that I write a follow-up to this, so here you go. All right, we still got a little bit of time. Let's see if if you're still stuck around. Let's see. Number 1, your actions are more powerful than what anybody can ever say of you. The thing about spiraling downward into a fight or helplessness is that it's usually occupied by the feeling that we are completely out of control of how other people see us. Of course, this is nothing more than a mechanism of how we see ourselves, but bear with me, because the point here is that not one word anybody says is more powerful or true than how you behave and who you really are. You hold the power here. You call the shots. How other people want to perceive you is their problem, which they will have to come to terms with eventually. How much you want to allow their perceptions to affect you is yours. Wow. That was a good number 1. Good number 1. Oh, we're running out of time. Well, our 10 minutes is coming up. This comes fast when you're reading. So Y'all get y'all reading it. Let's go.